Hey guys, welcome to Jet Live again today. I'm here with Shlomit Kovalski. I got that right?
Yes, you did. Hallelujah.
I've been doing it wrong a couple of times in the past week, but here we go. Thank you very much for joining us today with the Fox family. Rebecca Fox was in Atlanta. Daniel Fox went on his Army base, and I had Luis and Abigail Fox at their home. It was awesome. Had so much fun with them, and we've got Shlomit with us this evening. So,
Hi. I'm
Shlomit,
trying to
how you
share it.
doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just figuring out how to share it. Cannot post that. It doesn't allow me. How come?
Maybe it's waiting to upload still. I don't know. Um,
Okay, there's a
I
watch
don't
party, so
know.
hopefully someone will join my watch party.
You made your own
Anyway.
watch party. Awesome.
Wait,
Uh, all right.
I need to keep it open then? Oh, jeez. Oh, well, I'll just shove it there. How are you doing, Steves?
How am I doing? No one's ever asked me that. I think I can't even remember. I've done how many of these already? How am I doing? I'm doing great. This has like really been a highlight. Um,
Okay, there's a watch party, so hopefully someone will join my watch party.
1 second. This has been a highlight. Hey, hi Dina. Um,
Hi, Dean.
Dina's a highlight of my day. Leah Rose is a highlight of my day. My family is the highlight of my day, and really we're doing really well. Sometimes we got our ups and downs, but doing this has really been a huge highlight. Being able to connect with the community and connect with people in the community and connect with people overseas that are in the community and new people that haven't really been part of our community are joining. Like tomorrow, I'm having Luna Ignacion. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it correctly. She's a playwright from the Philippines who I met when I was there watching Song of Solomon, and there's a whole story about how she helped me over there, but along with a bunch of other people. She wrote Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, Horse and His Boy, and a new musical that just was produced in the Philippines.
Cool.
And she's done a lot of prolific work and things. She's working on something else that she was in touch with me about, and it's just amazing that she's going to be joining me here.
I'm
So
really excited.
so
I'm,
yeah,
I'm tuning in.
it's
I'm
it's
tuning in.
it's it's great.
Is
It's
it 2
great.
o'clock or 8? What
Two
time is it?
2 o'clock tomorrow. So the Philippines is 5 hours ahead. So
Mm.
she's going to be 2 o'clock tomorrow. And then I have my a really good friend of mine from high school is joining me that evening. Sam Gordon, who I also have I have a long history with him, and he was just working on Beetlejuice right before it closed
Oh
because of
my
COVID.
god, that
So
is so cool.
yeah, so he's going to be with us too. Um, so it's really been exciting, and Rebecca Fox did an arabesque today.
I know.
Oh my
Live.
gosh,
That was
it was
amazing.
awesome. Just that was made my day. So yeah, I'm good. But this is about you. So Shlomit, um, what's going
About the
on? How are
community, Steve.
things about you, the community, and you, Shlomit? So what's going on? How have you been? What are you working on? What are you trying to work on? What's keeping your creative juices flowing? Um,
Okay,
what are you
there's a lot
singing? What's I'm gonna ask all the questions that you've been asking. What's your
that
new
I've been
repertoire?
asking.
I'm asking too many questions right off the bat. Let's
No,
all right.
well, it's
All
payback
right,
time.
let's
Payback time. Well, I'm doing well. I'm really excited to be here. I was very excited to watch the first episodes of these streams, and I'm very happy that it grew up and became such a thing. Like it was. I'm very happy for you for that initiative. I think it really helped to bring back the community, and not only that, to get to know everyone else in a deeper level that you don't usually think of when you're just hanging out. So it was really nice, and I'm really looking forward to meet also the other people that you bring in because it's also another chance to enrich us outside um, our community. I'm doing well. I've been fortunate to be still in school. Like my school is still active, just like through Zoom, and actually Zoom has been really a good thing. Like, on one hand, it's very hard to focus. On the other hand, it gave me a chance to work with my teachers. For whoever doesn't know, I'm studying classical vocals at the academy in Jerusalem, and it's supposed to be my last year. Hallelujah. And a part of my degree, I have a voice teacher and a coach who basically work with me on certain repertoire. And this time had giving us a chance to kind of like step back a bit and like focus on stuff that we usually don't focus on because we're always on a rush. We're always like in a hurry. So it was actually really nice to like kind of step down, like kind of relax, kind of like strip things relatively slowly, and not like feeling you're on a post, on a stopwatch. So that was really nice. I was very fortunate to be involved in a lot of projects, between Marty's video with You Believe and also the song Hurt that came on Thursday. And my scholarship is soon gonna be doing their own video, and I've been helping out my friend to do something for Yom HaShoah. So I've been very fortunate to find like a lot of collaborators who are interested to work with me and do stuff together. Also in the past 3 weeks, I started a new like life eating program. It's not a diet, but it's like kind of like setting my life on track again. And yeah, so that's kind of like what keeps me ticking and going. And now I need to start like getting ready for my recital. Oh geez.
Zoom recital? Zoom recital?
I have no idea what they're gonna do. I do know that unfortunately they're mixing two categories: an ensemble and a song of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was hoping to do a musical theater song.
But right, you were asking all of us.
I was asking. But I don't know, because everything like the academy has opened its doors today, but I'm not coming to school like this coming week. Just like I feel like I'm gonna come maybe next week.
Mm-hmm.
But slowly it's gonna open up, and then we need to see how like we don't know how they're gonna do the exams. So
right, are they allowing people to sing in the academy halls?
It's a really good question. There are like practice rooms where like you invite like one for a certain hour. We have like a list where you click, and like usually you stand for like 10 minutes and like trying to get a room, and now like I don't know, but there are rooms to practice. But yeah, like I don't even know if I am gonna have like voice lesson this week or not in person, because you know, singing, spit, so it's like it's not something that you necessarily feel safe to do now. Like even so, I was like, you know, in home doing, not like being away. It's like it's a question of like the sake of my teacher and my peers. So like we're trying to like, you know, like everyone trying to like understand how we're gonna continue. But,
yeah, I actually wrote the article that I wrote about the future of theater. So Evan Kent wrote to me, and he sent me an article that talks about the issues of people singing in the same room. I just want to thank Aviela Trapido, Sivan Raz, Bracha Daniel, and Mayan Allen for joining, and of course Dina.
Thank you.
I'm curious how Zoom singing works. Like, how has it been for you? How has it been helpful? Has it been different? Has it been not helpful? Is there new things that you're learning because of it?
It's different, yes, because it requires me to really depend on like inner hearing. Like usually, like when you have an accompanist, you have the piano, and then you like there's other stuff you really focus on the moment. But now, because on Zoom, like, so it's like more you're more like exposed in one way. So it's actually good, because for me, like, although I can hit the notes, sometimes you know it's like you just hit it from a little bit low, or you hit a little bit high, and so it's like kind of like how to learn it to be like stick, like that's the note, like not up, not down. I've been fortunate to also have like 2 students that I've been like having Zoom meetings with. And as much as I wish I was able to do with them the same in like the same room, it of course gave us an opportunity to continue work. And I think it also gave us a chance to like explore stuff that we wouldn't necessarily be able to do if we were in the same room. So, and because we don't have the piano, so it's not like, okay, let's just start playing and hope that you'll catch up. It's more of like, let's work on diction. Okay, that's what we can do. Oh, you're still having a trouble with supporting? Okay, let's try and figure out what we can do. It's more of like you're focusing on me and not necessarily the art. Although we do speak about the art and about like how we should do it, but like I said before, like it's a chance to like let's step back a bit. Let's like not be running to perform. Let's like actually work on the tools.
That's awesome. Like the preparation, that's kind of what Ken Davenport, with his producers live, that's what he's been espousing the past few weeks, is really about it's more specifically from what I've been hearing to writers about preparation and just writing and
Yes.
being prepared to really step out of the gate when it's time to step out of the gate, like when Broadway's back and when theaters are open. To really prepare yourself and to work on your instrument. And I know, Hanan, you were so excited to hear
I was. I really
his process.
I love
That's also that's what's important now. We can't really perform, even though there's so many things. Even the the youth choir from YMCA, I think they did something.
Yeah, they just released today.
They just released something today. I was in the middle of watching it right before
Same
this.
Here. Beautiful.
I need to finish it because I know a few people that are part of it.
Same here. I was really excited to see.
Eliza from Hamilton showed up.
I know.
Oh wait, was that a surprise?
No, no, but I was really excited. Like I said, I literally started. It was like, oh my god, this is like an industry person. Wait, they're free. Like it's like another person. Like whoa, that's like Nini. And like it's just like amazing how like they collaborate. I was just astounded. I really need to finish watching it. I mean,
that I think is what's so amazing about this time period is the collaboration that because we can't be on stage, we're not performing on stage, we're able to collaborate virtually and worldwide and do amazing projects like that. And that goes back to like the Christina Aguilera's Hurt. When did you record that? How did that work? I mean, I don't know. Is it industry secrets? Like, should I not be asking that or?
Chat venues, Marty, am I allowed? I think I'm allowed. So before the quarantine, like literally started, Marty contacted me like a week before and like saying, "Listen, would you like to sing a couple songs and we can video it?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I was like sitting for a couple of days, being like, "What am I singing? What am I singing? Like I'm freaking out because you know me, I freak out in those moments because. In theater, like you have time to prepare, like you milk it. Now it's like, oh my god, I have to sing. It has to be I'm very critical. Yes, I know. I'm working on it. But I felt like Hurt was like a needed song because it's a song that kind of like from way back, like 2011, I remember singing in karaoke and it was like one of the songs that my father is like, please, you have to do with it something, please. And somehow it felt like it was needed to happen. So Hurt was for sure in. And Marty did an amazing job to make me sound good and look good. So thank you, Marty. and we might have something else coming right at you. So
awesome. I have to tell you a little secret, industry secret of theater. What? You're not the only one that gets nervous about those kinds of things.
What?
Picking a song, figuring out what to do, all that kind of stuff. It happens all the time for everybody.
For me, it's the lyrics, but yeah, let's say that what to do, but
the lyrics, what to do, and all that. We all go through that. I want to thank Inbal Kaplan for joining in.
I'm really excited.
Hope you're doing well at home with the family and the newborn.
Amen.
Racha Daniel says Charlie Brand taking over to say Weepa Lucy. I don't know. Maybe you get It's a Charlie Brown joke,
I
guess.
think I need to read it. But it was actually funny, like, and with the Foxes earlier, which I'm in love with that family, and so it was funny because I was like literally in each one of them I performed on stage, like Rent and Charlie, and then She Loves Me, and I was like, wait, I cannot call myself Lucy in the comments because I'm also homeless in Seasons, and I'm also Ilona. So like I don't like I cannot like define myself as a different character like I usually am. So that was pretty funny, like to not be able to like say hi Lucy here, Charlie Brown jokes, because I have also She Loves Me in Rent. Like I have to like justify everyone. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean that's what's amazing about being part of the community. I mean, when you're doing a Broadway show sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a role, and the show goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. It's really beautiful. You have a great job. You're doing amazing, and you're going on 8 times a week, and you're making good money,
Yeah.
but you're playing one role. And I actually went to see a show once, which the same woman was playing this role for like 24 years, and it
Whoa.
felt, yeah, and she was amazing. It's a pretty cool show. It felt very stagnant, but what we get to do every year, we're getting the opportunity to try a new hat, to try a new role. We just keep on doing it, and they do it too. The professional theater actors on Broadway, they're picking out repertoire here and there. They're not only obviously sticking those things, but but um, it's a like it's the opportunity to really just jump around and have all those great shows. Like you've been in some fantastic shows,
I've been very
fantastic
blessed.
shows.
I've been very blessed.
Which is your favorite? Uh
No,
oh.
no, 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 no. I knew you were gonna ask me, and I'm still. Ugh. Um, hmm. It's very hard, and I'll tell you why. Cause let me start beforehand. I was introduced to community theater or theater in general, like in a way that I understood what it meant to do theater very late. Like the concept of musical theater, like although my go-to movie was Singing in the Rain and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, for me it was like, oh, it's a movie. I like the movie. I did not understand it was musical theater. Um, so like for me, like being exposed to that world was done very late. I did actually a different play with a different company in Hebrew, um, between ninth grade to 10th grade. So that was like, wow, I can actually do theater. I like theater because with me and my low self esteem, like I was like, heck no, never, not going near. And then I started my way with Encore, as you said with Robert, that like a lot of people started their
You did
path.
too? What show?
Yeah, my first, well, I helped backstage with Fiddler. I was assistant to Sarah, and then I did Ruddy Gore. Ruddy Gore was my first stage performance in the community. I was with Tia Ellie and Eleanor and Miri.
Was
It was
that
really
also
cool.
with Maury?
Was also with Murray.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I like met them all, but also was still like, who are you? What me? Like I was still like I was still the Israeli girl who just didn't understand how to be a part. Aviela was my voice teacher back then. She helped me to get in, so that was really exciting. How like everything started basically with Radigor and Aviela. So I have a warm spot for that. And then I did with them My Fair Lady, the two runs, uh, Oliver, Carousel, and Gondoliers. And then it happened through Shulatomi, and then I did a play with Rafi now in J Town,
Mm-hmm.
The Man from Earth, and then what? I had First Date. I had Little Shop. I think Little Shop was before Rent. So I
Yeah.
auditioned for Little Shop. I was in love with that show because we basically ran rehearsals for like 7.5 weeks. And it was also next to my house. And what I liked about it is it was like, we were just in it, like, bum, 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 bum. Like, it was just, I thought it was like the best experience of my life. And also it was my first, like, supporting, my first real role. And then, well, that happened after Oliver. And then I did Rent. and then I did, which I of course loved, and still to this day I have people saying you can still hit the high C, right? The high C, the high D, and I so I still got it. Just not belting more classically, but
Right.
but
Right.
and then and then I had first aid. Then I had a year break, and then I had Charlie Brown, which was first aid and Charlie
And
Brown
you
with Chaim.
and you performed when you were in Shirlumi? You did
I
shows?
did, I
You
did.
did shows
So
in Shirlumi.
I did. I had the My Fair Lady, the encore,
Hmm.
the encore of the encore production, and
So
yeah.
so which one was your favorite? You've named like we just were talking about this. You've named like 20 shows almost that you've been
Yeah, and I haven't.
in such a
It's so
short
hard.
span. It's
It's.
fascinating.
I've been very fortunate that in the past 10 years I was like a part of everything. Like not part of everything, but I was a part of a lot of shows, on stage and backstage. So it's very hard for me. I can say that what I feel might change my life, I think, was actually the She Loves Me, cause I was basically granted an opportunity that I never thought I would have been able to get. And I learned so much about Ilona, and in some way it affected me as well. And I feel like it really helped me in terms of confidence and carrying myself. And so maybe like, but like I said, every show is just amazing because it has like its own reason to be. Why is it perfect?
Yeah.
Between the first time, between like the people I worked with, between like the opportunities I got. But I think that the most different role that I ever had, that I think was a little more extra, was She Loves Me, just because of that. It was extremely not a character I would ever think I were to do. But like Daniela was so much fun. I loved Daniela. I really want to do In the Heights again.
And
um,
that was fun. You really enjoyed that one. So
I
true.
I I did. Even so, people might say, "What? She enjoyed it." She was always like nervous, but I was just nervous because I wanted to do a good job, because we were just. It was just
Ner-
fun on stage.
nerves enhance
Yeah.
everything on
Yeah.
stage. If you use it well, it can
Yeah.
really enhance on stage, and you just got to harness it and go out there and do your thing. And you've done a wonderful job. Even Mama just now with Chicago.
Yeah.
That
I'm
that
so
was
sad that it cut short, but I'm really, again, I'm very grateful for each role that I got. Like even like I was supposed to do the play now with Yael, Miracle on
yeah,
Division Street, which
yeah.
I think is a brilliant play. It's just brilliant, and I'm really hoping we're gonna get a chance to do it soon, because I I love working with Yael, and I love working with the people, and the play is just good, and the topic that it talks about is very כאילו זה
Yeah.
במקום, במיוחד
It's
היום.
that's actually one of the things I also mentioned in the blog. I I mentioned theater and theology because of the talkbacks that she does,
Yes.
and I think that would be something that theater companies should think about as we're doing much more of these kind of Zoom
Mm-hmm.
talkbacks, Zoom readings, and Zoom whatever. What makes them much more special? I've done two of them already. Is really that
Yeah.
talk back afterwards. Um, so hopefully, not to take away from theater and theology and everything and make everybody do it then, but what
No, but I think that
she's done
everyone,
was
yeah.
really great, and that
No,
it is powerful.
I agree. I think it can be cool to like like what I like about the Q&As is that it gives you a chance to like kind of like go into the play in more depth than you would think. Like it gives you a chance to appreciate the show even more. And
Yeah.
that's what I really liked about like when I did Off the Derech Dolorosa with Yael, is like listening to all those talks and all the people with their different ideologies and different views and on the same topic, and seeing how it's like being engaged. Like literally my aunt was so engaged in that Q&A. It doesn't happen a lot.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
just saying that it was just an amazing opportunity for people, like actually like, let's be real, let's talk about something that we usually might not have the nerve, the guts to talk about. And I think that the genius of doing plays are not necessarily about Jews. Like the two plays that I'm in aren't necessarily about Christians. Is that we can still find similarities. We're not that different. We can still learn from other people.
We could always learn from other
We can always
people.
learn, but then we can say, how does it fit us?
Yeah, we're all human. So I just want to say thank you, Sarah DeRay, for joining us. Ophir Gordon, Ita Arbit, Gabby Shine.
I love those people. Thank you. Love everyone. Love everyone.
So I pointed out the reaction that Shlomit gives, like you're so
I'm just
genuine.
Excited. I just miss you guys, and I love you all, and I'm just so excited for you to do this streaming, because again, I'm in awe of all the people and being able to see like what they go through, what they talk about, what's happening, like, you know, like the quarantine was a little hard. Like I was fortunate to be like with my family, but I also went through stuff, and I wasn't as necessarily out and like asking people all the time. So it's nice to like have a place where we can actually see each other, talk to one another, and hopefully, you know, I don't know.
That's great. I think that's what will end it. Just to say, like, it's wonderful to be able to see each other and talk to each other and talk about each other. And you have the comments in the live stream is like a Q&A in a way. It's people can actually write questions there. We can answer them. You can answer them. If anybody has a last minute comment, we could go on for another.
If anyone has any questions.
Any questions for Shlomit?
And of
they're
course,
welcome to ask.
I forgot to talk about the opera. Like Jesse, you were saying what musical was like such an influence, but also the operas were incredible. Like you talked about it in the. Let's open it up here. What did you think about the opera?
with the foxes I mentioned, right?
Yeah, you mentioned it with the foxes. Louise was amazing. She came with her husband. I forgot his name. Sorry. But they were awesome, and you came, and Yelvalier came with her mom.
Shimmy was there.
Shimmy and Ita were there. And last year,
it was like right before all. It was right before all this started, right?
Before everything happened, like literally, it happened before opening night of Chicago.
But they were already talking about not like, or maybe I wasn't feeling so well then.
Not in the opera.
No, but I think I came and I'm like, Shimmy, I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It was.
I told
you. Literally the beginning. It was
literally the beginning. I told you I can't give you a hug.
Okay.
Yeah, and you were we have a question from Sarah DeRay. So we're gonna. It was so much fun.
Thank you so much, Stevie.
Wait, the acting was really fun. It was really fun. I didn't understand and get why it needed to be so postmodern and stuff and things, but that was my own problem with the director's choice. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say it straight out there. I had a huge problem with some of the choices that were made for the production. Mm-hmm. I thought it was like a whole new thing, and I had no idea that it was like so many years old. But you guys did a fascinating job, and there was a lot of really great jokes, and I understood what the director was doing. I just didn't like it.
Okay, but the question is, you didn't like it because of what she meant behind it, or you just didn't like?
Yeah, there were some points which I felt like were a little bit over the top, kind of thing. Okay. But that's my and I'm honest. And I'm honest about those kinds of things. I know it gets me in trouble sometimes.
And that's why I'm asking you. I wouldn't ask you otherwise, but I'm really grateful that you came. And you can ask Dina about it, because last year
Dina was supposed to come. Dina really wanted to come, and we decided that we can't both go because of Leah Rose, because of everything that was happening, and I was able to go instead of her. Yeah. So last question, Sarah DeRay asked, what first drew you to theater?
So as I don't know if I was clear enough before, I disliked everything that was attention. Like, yes, I was in choir in elementary school, but I was always in anxiety. I was weird in elementary, but whatever. But
We're all weird.
we're
We're
all
all
weird.
weird.
We're all weird. But I think it's happened because I was in Bnei Akiva at the time in ninth grade, and I saw my counselor doing a play with the Tzevatron. A Tzevatron was a group of religious girls putting up shows, and they put a play of Cinderella, and it was just out of this world. It was just beautiful. It was so the girls were so like I cannot express in words how talented and how professional they were, and they were literally like high school, like older than me, but like I don't know, it was just incredible, and I was like just like in awe from it. It was the first time I was like, oh my god, that's amazing, I want to be a part of it. So that show, like, so the chug continued for another 1 year. So I did the unfortunately the last show, and of course it had to be a musical. Shlomo Sandlar, which
Oh,
so but because it was only girls and it was because it was a religious group, so we couldn't really sing solos. Although I had a couple lines where I was like, lo sof. Like I was like that was like I can like sing the like more of like
oh, you had men come
we
see the show,
had
so you couldn't sing solos.
exactly like we basically had like
Okay.
family members or whatever,
Right.
but
Okay. Okay.
and I had my shevet coming to support me. It was also after like during a very hard time, um but like a hard time for me, but the my shevet came to support me, and it was just
That's so
amazing.
cool.
And also for me, like I came from a whole different background. I did taekwondo for 10 years, was not good at it.
Really.
I was not good at it. But I think that's how like I think motor skills are slightly easier for me than speaking
Hmm.
skills.
And
And
support also, right?
yeah, but I needed to introduce that to my body. But but I worked like we have like couple stuff of the taekwondo. We have like the fights, which I was bad. We had the pumso, which is basically a combination of movements like dance, and then you have like basically like practice like simulating fights. So we had like some type of like pillows, and I was like the trainer, and I want to say that I was actually good at it. So at least I was good in like shouting orders. But anyway, so so that was basically my background, and I don't remember why I mentioned that.
Your first impression of theater.
Yeah,
What
but
got you
I
into
was
it?
trying to remember why I said taekwondo.
Because you came from a background.
Yes,
You were coming from that, and
I had a reason. I just don't remember why.
it's
Um,
okay. It's
Oh
okay.
no, because my father. So like that because theater for us was not necessarily a thing like we had in the family. We're like you're in high
Right.
school,
Right.
you're going to the university. Even so, I didn't know what I'm gonna study. There was a whole thing of like going to the art. Like we were very like Zioni, הולכים לצבא, הולכים לאוניברסיטה. Like we were very like we had it straightforward, which I'm very of course grateful for that upbringing. But then when I got introduced to the theater, I had to really convince my parents that that's my passion, that's my like where I really belong. And when my father came to see me in that show, he was like, it was the first time I think like he saw me. It's like, wow, yes,
Mm.
this is where you belong. And I think that like it meant a lot because we went through a lot of stuff of like where is my placement, like I'm not that good at school but I'm trying hard and I'm like always in like in a failure mode, and that was the first time that I felt I'm doing something that makes my parents proud. And I think that what made me like the drive to let's continue, let's make more. And I've been very grateful to where I'm at now because like I've been telling myself that I need to be more compassionate to who I was when I was little, because then I wouldn't be able to become who I am today, and understand that like the reason I'm in the academy is not stam. Without that I'm here. Without that I'm talking to you now, and who knows what the future will bring. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
community,
You're graduating.
hopefully.
But you know about that, your mother really like I see her all the time, like a mainstay and like on the Facebook and
She's
also at the
amazing.
shows, and it's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, my mom's
so
amazing. Shout out to my mom. Hi, mom.
So there we have it. Shlomit
you.
Kovalski, you're such an inspiration, and from me and the community to you, you really are, and believe in that. And any time that you are feeling any different, come watch this video again because you really are.
Thank
Okay.
you, CB, and thank you everyone for watching. It means a lot. It means a lot to know that you're interested to hear what I'm saying, that we have this platform, and because CB, I was terrified from this interview, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you.
Yeah, Shlomit did her. I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. You're amazing.
I was avoiding it for like 3 weeks, so we finally got to a point where we're doing it.
Well, Shlomit, there's many other people I would love to see on Jet Live,
Yes.
and there's a lot. It's filling up, guys.
I'm so excited. I have my 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock reserved every day, and if not, half an hour after. And I'm making sure I'm speed commenting as proper. Sorry if I'm taking over. I promise.
Fortunately for me at least, we don't always have a 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock right in the same day. But this week's really packed. The week after, we have a bunch of really amazing guests, and then it's Shavuot. At some point, so
I think it's Friday.
Yeah, it's the 27th. 27th. So we're having Jet Live throughout until the 27th. There are still slots left. If anybody wants to join, amazing. Would love to have them here. And hopefully after Shavuot, we'll be continuing. And we'll see where this goes. But it's such an amazing thing.
Yes,
I'm so happy that you joined me. I'm just gonna close with mentioning who's going to be joining with us for this week, and shout out to a few cool things that are happening in the next few weeks. So we've got Luna Guerrino Enocion from, I keep on pronouncing it differently every time, from Manila, Philippines. She's a playwright. She's going to be joining me tomorrow at 2, talking about her what she wrote, what she's up to right now, her process. We've got Sam Gordon, who does lighting in New York. He just was working with Beetlejuice. He's going to be talking with me at 8. Then I've got Michael Aden, who was my prince in Cinderella. He's going to be joining us, and he was also Bernardo in West Side Story at Beit Hillel. He's going to be joining us at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Michael Burl will be joining 8 o'clock on Tuesday.
That's cool.
Hopefully we'll talk a little bit about Beit Hillel and what's happening there. Dale David Boccaccio Honor will be joining on Wednesday at 8. We've got Gabby Shine joining on Thursday at 8. She's Abuela in the Heights. She's played many roles as well. And she's going to be joining on what was going to be the opening night for South Pacific this Thursday. Next Sunday we're having I believe a few people next week, but I just want to point out one person, special person, Rachel Dean, who was a rehearsal pianist for Hamilton as well as on Moulin Rouge, will be joining me. She's a good friend that I worked with in Song of Solomon, and I'm looking forward to speaking with her about the situation in New York and what she's doing. And then in 2 weeks, we're having a Next to Normal reunion here at 8 o'clock on Sunday. In between, there'll be other people. I'm just pointing those out right now. It's great to see you, Shlomit. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. And thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please share, ask questions when you come by next time. It's great to hear from everybody. It's great to see who's coming in. And that's all for now, folks.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good night.